It would be well, of course, for us to stand simply on that achievement, but we know that there will always be threats to the peace of the world, and that is where we come in, and where each America comes in looking to the future. Because as we look at the chances not just of getting peace, which we have now achieved, but of keeping peace, which we have not been able to do for a full generation, for a century, then what happens in America will decide it. Whether America has the strength, not just of its arms, but more of its spirit, to provide the leadership that the world needs to keep the trouble spots in the world from blowing up into war, and to build that permanent structure of peace that we all want. Let the year 1974 be one in which we make great progress toward the goal of a lasting peace. Peace not only for America, but for all nations. Peace between peoples who have different forms of government, but who nevertheless can be friends. Nixon by China. I remembered an occasion in 1959 when a little girl presented flowers to her in the Ural Mountains in Russia. We were driving through the mountains, and a group of school children stopped the cavalcade for a few moments, and they presented flowers to Mrs. Nixon. And when they did so, in this year, 1959, when the Cold War was still going on, they shouted out, "Friendship." When we got back into the car, our guide, that is the first English word the Russian child learns. Now, I do not mean to suggest by that because a Russian child is taught when he first studies English the word friendship, that it is inevitable that the Russian people and the American people are not going to have differences as far as their governments are concerned. But I do know this. We have had the great privilege, Mrs. Nixon and I, of traveling to most of the nations of the world, to the nations of Africa, to the nations of Asia, to China, to Russia. And I can tell you that the people of the world want peace. The people of the world want friendship. And every American I know wants his country and his government to take the lead in building a world of peace.